Ever had one of those moments when your brain decides to clock into overtime? Well, that's exactly what happened to me one night. I was lying in bed pondering life's mysteries where out of nowhere a light bulb flickered on. Or it was just my bedside lamp. Anyway, I had this idea. What if I made an 80cc pocket rocket? Now I know what you're probably thinking. Is this guy serious? Well, buckle up folks, because we're about to embark on a journey crazier than a squirrel on espresso. Picture this, zipping through your neighborhood on a custom-built pocket rocket, making minivans jealous. It's gonna be epic. If it works, that is. Now all that said, let's get straight into the build. Okay, so here's the plan. I got all my parts here. I'm gonna make an engine mount out of this, and I'm gonna try to mount it somewhere in here. And I've got these 1/2-inch pillow blocks. I'm gonna mount them on either side to make a jack shaft. And I've got these 2 sprockets I'm gonna use on the jack shaft. I'm gonna put one there and one there. This is gonna go on my drive wheel. I'm gonna weld it onto the back right there. This is gonna be my jack shaft. And I'm hoping I can put the gas tank right there and fit the engine right in there. Fingers crossed. Damn it. Alright, I got the engine mount and jack shaft mount installed. Now all I have to do is weld this sprocket on there and install everything, and that should be good to go. Okay, it's now time to test it out. I'm gonna do 2 tests. I'm gonna do a top speed test without the governor bypassed, and then I'm gonna do a top speed with the governor bypassed. If you don't know how a governor works, I'm just gonna quickly explain. So basically, there's a plastic gear right inside there that has a pin that when it spins fast enough, the pin comes out and pushes on an arm inside the engine block, and it ever so slightly moves this back, closing the butterfly valve in there. And there's a few ways you can bypass that because, well, I'm too lazy to take it out. One way is you can, the spring right here, make it solid so it can't spring back, or you could just connect the throttle cable directly to that arm right there, and your hand is strong enough that it's not going to be able to move backwards on you. Okay, top speed test without governor bypass. "40 kilometers an hour, not bad." So to bypass the governor, all I did was I put some wires around it so that it couldn't spring back. Zip ties would definitely be better, but I didn't have any, so I just used wire. Okay, top speed test with governor bypass. So let's break down the stats of the PocketRocket. It came together for a total of $350, $200 for the engine, $150 for parts. Luckily, I got the frame for free. Now, performance-wise, without bypassing the governor, I hit a top speed of 40 kilometers an hour. But once I bypassed the governor, I managed to push it to 50 kilometers an hour. I had a feeling I could handle even more, probably around 55 kilometers an hour, but I must admit, I chickened out before I could hit top speed. But let's cut to the chase. Was it worth it? And my answer is absolutely. Despite the adrenaline-filled moments and a few heart palpitations, the thrill of building and riding my own PocketRocket was priceless. So if you're debating to take on a project like this, my advice, go for it. You won't regret it.